Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. We are live playing Fallout 3. I played this thing over and over again, but we're doing it with no mods, and I just in the mood to play something old. I'm probably going to play 1 and 2 by myself and record it due to the fact that I'm going to be stuck in a lot of the time, but this one I shouldn't be stuck at all. I'm going to skip some of the stuff due to the fact that music. Uh, Copyright strike music of Bethesda. I don't understand that. But oh well. Been playing mostly with the girls, so I'm gonna play a boy this time.
Let's see. Are you a boy or a girl?
Boy.
It's a boy. A boy. We've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
Oh, James, we did it. A son,
The sun!
a beautiful son.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, son. I'm sure of it. Look at you. Look at you. Hi there. I'm your daddy, little guy. Daddy. You're going to need a name, aren't you? Your mother and I have been talking. What do you think about... That's a good name, don't you think? Fits you perfectly. Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up.
Let's see here. No Asian. I really don't care. Tone. Let's see there. I'll do. Rough beard. There we go. Done.
You're going to look a lot like your dad. See that, Catherine?
Oh, oh, very strapping.
It's a
Looks
big
like
world
your
out there,
day.
son. Full of all sorts of people. What about you? What kind of person are you going to be? You're
James?
just a... Catherine?
James,
Catherine! She's in
Something's-
cardiac arrest. Start compressions.
Something's-
Get the baby out of here. Move! Move! 1,000. 2, 1,000. Come on. Hang on, Catherine. Hang on. See what I mean? Okay? You
We need a doctor, not a deadbeat. This one's on the house. Fail to meet my expectations and there will be
don't look straight into the light.
James and his cheery charity.
Decorations.
May your future be
Native
bright,
something
boys.
that this place will feel just like home. Come on over here, son. Come on. Walk to Daddy. There you go. My goodness. Just a year old and already walking like a pro. Your mother would have been so proud. Listen, kiddo. I know you don't like it when Daddy leaves you alone, but I need you to take care of yourself for a minute. You just stay here while Daddy runs to his office. You'll be okay, pal. I'll be back in a bit.
That was a baby. I'm pushing Z.
You are quite the little explorer, aren't you? Serves me right for
Whee.
trying to pin you in. Come on over here. I want to show you something. See that? It was your mother's favorite passage. It's from the Bible. Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. She always loved that. All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play.
I can open the door myself.
These experiments
Don't be a
are
damn
wasted.
fool. We experiment to prepare. We prepare to survive. Surprise!
Stanley, you turned the lights on too fast.
Each day
You
more
blinded the
wonders.
poor kid.
Happy birthday!
Can you believe it? He is growing up so fast.
Happy birthday, pal. I can't believe you're already 10. I'm so proud of you. If only your mother...
Congratulations, young man. I don't have to tell you how special this day is, do I? Down here in Vault 101, when
You
turn
can't
12,
you can't real
take on your
Fallout.
first official vault responsibility.
Maybe, maybe
So
not.
here you are. As overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000. Get used to it. You will be
I'll
getting
probably
your
gonna
first
get a bigger
work
printer and print my own
tomorrow.
Pip-Boy. I'm
Enjoy
playing
the
it.
party.
Playing it,
You're
Grim.
only 10 once, so have fun.
Happy birthday! We really surprised you, didn't we? Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool. You're
It's doing
welcome.
to me.
But really, your dad did most of it. I just help with the decorations and stuff. Hey, I bet you can't guess what I got you for your birthday. Go on, guess.
A date with Christy Kendall. I have no idea.
Ha! I knew I surprised you. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grognak. Issue 14. And with no missing pages. I found this in a box of my father's old things. Believe it or not. Imagine him reading comic books.
I'll probably
I
play it
guess
on my own
everybody
time
was
to
10
record
once.
it, Grim.
Well,
It's just,
I
I
better
might
let you
get
back to
frustrated.
mingling with your guests.
And I gotta
We'll
do that
talk
off
later,
stream.
okay? Happy birthday.
Oh, hey, thanks for inviting me. Really cool party and everything. I know that, Butch and I give you a hard time, but you don't take that seriously, right? Anyway, happy birthday and everything. I better get back to, you know.
What, are you two best friends now?
Are you having a nice party? 10 years old. My. Seems like only yesterday that your daddy came. Goodness, listen to me ramble. You're waiting for your present, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Such a nice, polite young man you are. Don't ever lose your gift to speaking your mind so directly. We could use more of that down here.
You're an
Here
old
you
hag.
go. A nice
Like
sweet
Grim.
roll that I baked for you just this morning. And it's all for you. You're the birthday boy. No sharing required today.
Attention, everyone! I think Paul's got something.
Cut the cake!
Yeah, Paul.
Andy, wait!
Why don't you introduce us to your new best friend?
What do you mean, dork face here? Happy birthday, dork face.
How's it going, pal?
Oh, no.
Allow me to wish you a happy birthday.
Nonsense. People always enjoy my little speeches.
I'm hungry, and that stupid robot destroyed the cake. Give me that sweet roll you got from old lady Palmer.
The sheriff, it's my
Mrs.
birthday.
Palmer said I didn't have to share. Who's talking about sharing, moron? I want the whole thing. Now, are you gonna give me that sweet roll, or am I gonna have to give you a knuckle sandwich?
Go suck your head, Buzz. I'm not giving you a
Oh,
zero.
yeah? We'll see about that.
Besides, that friend of yours
sorry
could
you-
use a reminder that life is not all fun and games.
Why can't I
It's
hit?
supposed to be a party,
Butch,
you know?
what do you think you're
Fun.
doing? Leave him alone.
You should try it sometime, Daddy. You might like
Come on,
it.
Wally.
You all right, son?
You always have good ideas.
He didn't hurt you, did he? I hope Butch didn't hurt you. You want to tell me what that was all about?
Hey,
Why, that little... I figured it was him that started it. He's been nothing but trouble since the day he was born. You let me handle this and try to stay out of the way.
you're gonna get ass whooping.
Hey, Officer Go.
What's Butch's problem anyway? I can't believe he tried to start a fight at your own birthday party. What a
Yeah,
jerk.
Grim is a jerk. I really hurt him.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Gomez.
Thanks for inviting me to your
huh?
party.
Can it? I've had it with you, Butch. Your mother is going to hear about this little incident.
What did he tell you? It was my fault? You didn't hear what he said to me.
Nice time.
Do you think
I'm
we
not going to
surprised him?
tolerate any more of your
I'm
bullying.
Sure of it, Amata. Never
Fine,
suspected
tell
it.
my mom. Big
Now
deal.
go on and
Are we
enjoy
done?
yourself.
For now, just remember...
Click,
to keep
check,
an eye on
Discord for a
You
surprise.
were busy
Who
with
wants
the
to
wire
go around all day
purifier.
being
Everything's fine, I hope.
Sometimes I think you really are.
Why you
shy.
called me? Why don't you just call me on Discord?
You guys can do better than that. We need a
I
good
wasn't
name.
worried. You can
Here's
fix
one.
anything, right?
Wally and the
Anyway,
big cheese.
I'm glad you can
That's
make
you,
it.
Butch. The big cheese.
Ongoing
Nice
call.
try. Shouldn't it be
How
the
are you
big
enjoying
cheese?
I get that. Let me just fix the voice thing on it. USB. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Fuck, read
Yeah,
this.
I also know that you're playing a shit game that's not as good as Fallout 2.
I really don't give a fuck.
You do give a fuck.
How do you like that
wanna
little
be
boy,
able to
son?
show
Fit all right and
what
everything?
a man you are in video games, don't you?
As a matter of fact, I did. I'm glad you liked
No, I
it.
don't
Some
really
may
care.
think the A series is a bit basic, but I've always preferred them for their
You know how
reliability.
you know how much delay YouTube has on you?
A lot. I know. I don't know why.
It's like literally like 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
I have the fastest everything on it. I even maxed the bandwidth on the OBS.
Don't mention it.
Let me put it on and see where
Oh,
we're at.
yes, I almost forgot. Happy birthday.
It's
Not
just
much, but I
longer
hope you
than
like it.
25 seconds.
Yeah, it's YouTube. There's nothing I can do about that.
Oh, really? They're
Yes.
lovely.
You can
You
complain
did
to
such a
YouTube.
splendid job.
Happy birthday!
Oh, hey, it's Jonas.
You should thank
Happy
Stanley.
birthday. Sorry
I
I couldn't
did.
be at your party. Listen,
Oh, you did? How long ago?
would you put your
A
dad on?
lot, like a minute ago.
Hello, Officer Gomez.
Well, it just
I'm
said
glad you could make it.
YouTube just said
I'm
thanking
glad to be
Stanley.
here. I think it's important
Oh,
to keep in
yeah.
touch with the young
Now,
people, you know, as
His
part of
dad
the
is
job.
going to the intercom. Going to go downstairs get BB gun.
Sure thing,
Jonas?
Officer Gomez. Well, it's been nice chatting
sure.
with
So
you.
you've already
I
played
really
through all
am
of them.
coming.
Yeah, I already beat Fallout 3 and 4.
Hey, that was Jonas on
Why
the
are you playing
intercom.
Fallout
He
2?
and I have been cooking up a little surprise.
Because
Jonas is
I
waiting
am
for you
probably
upstairs
going to be
on the
frustrated
radio
with it. I'd rather
tower.
just record it
I
and
don't
put it on the
think anyone will
secondary
mind if I
channel.
slip out for a few minutes.
So explain to the audience why you'd be frustrated with it.
I get frustrated dying multiple times continuously.
I hope I didn't miss the party. They sure
And how did you play Elden Ring?
My. 10 years
Oh.
old already?
An hour, 30 minutes to 40 minutes at a time.
Diapers. And now look at you. A great big
Is
grown-up
there any way that
10-year-old
on this
with your
stream,
very own Pip-Boy.
we
Since this
could
was such a special occasion,
try and sell some
do you know what I
product?
did? I wrote
If
you
it's
a
Cutco
poem
knives, you can go.
just for
You can
I
spew
hope
your
you
whole
like it.
thing all over the stream. No one really watches this. Go for it.
Of course. Run
Um,
along now, dearie,
so,
and have
for
yourself
those
a
of you who
wonderful
are-
birthday.
Amateurs in the kitchen or even professionals in the kitchen. One of the greatest products, the most important products that you need to make the difference between a failed dish and a spectacular dish is your cutting tools. Am I wrong or am I wrong?
What are you doing down here, young man? I thought kids
It's
weren't
a waste
allowed
of money.
down on the reactor level.
Okay, so you're saying I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong. Lance here, he is not.
Hey,
He's
relax.
not a true cook.
I was just teasing.
He's
Listen,
he's what's called
now that
he's
you're
what's
10,
called a
you don't
mash
have
it up
to
man.
take guff like
just
that
takes-
from grown-ups anymore.
He
Got
just
it?
takes piles
on
of
one more
food
I think my
scrunches it in
dad
his
will want to
fingers
give
so
you the
that's like
surprise himself.
puree crap and throws it into the
Mhm.
dish. But for those of you who want something better, you can have have you
ready for your
the
surprise?
finest in cutlery in the world.
The overseer gave you your Pip-Boy.
These
You're
knives,
old enough to do some
they
work.
never
so
dull, lifetime
I
guarantee.
figure you're old enough for this.
And they can literally
Your own
cut
BB
through
gun. It's
titanium.
a little old,
Okay.
but it should work
Yes.
perfectly.
They can cut
Jonas
through
found it
titanium.
down here. It was in pretty
It's
rough
been
shape.
proven.
Took us a good 3 months to find the parts to get it working again. You know how
I need to raise your volume. There we go. 100% now.
So
that's small.
There you
Good
go.
thing Butch.
I have a complete. I can get
Which
you
blade
access
of
to
this?
a complete set
what
that
do you
will
think?
fill out
Give it a
all your
try?
kitchen needs.
We sure
For
can't,
only, and
unless we
yes,
want the
this might sound
overseer
like a
beaten
lot of money,
down
but
on
trust me, when you start looking at
Jonas
what
and I
these
have found
sets
a place, though.
actually cost from Germany, from Japan, from Korea, you will see that this is a deal. 16.
I think Japanese knives are a lot cheaper. I have Japanese knives, and I pay a lot cheaper than what that thing's paying for.
For those listening, would you rather support a homegrown, local U.S. company that will support our economy? Would you rather ship your hard-earned dollars overseas to a country that doesn't need your money?
What do you need? You guys want food or knives? Everyone will pick food.
What are
Happy
you
birthday,
referring
buddy.
to?
I hope you have fun with it.
That's a giant fucking cockroach.
Hey, you don't turn 10 every day. Now
You
go
beat.
on
You
and
play this game
shoot
too.
something.
I played this game like
Smile.
12 years ago.
I have never actually finished Fallout New Vegas. I like toward the end of it, and I never went back to finish it. So I gotta replay Fallout New Vegas.
I think it's a better game than this.
Well, I heard that there is a fan-made one for New Vegas. They're doing a remake of it for the mods that I'm waiting for.
You have to go to class to take your GOAT exam. Go on now.
What game did they mod to do a remake of it?
Fallout New Vegas.
Hey, it's not my call. Those are the
I'm
rules.
confused.
There's 16 now.
Yeah, look it up. There's a fan-made fan-made mod they're making right now to remake all of New Vegas.
In what game? In what engine?
I don't know. It's probably the same. Probably the same engine. It's just making it like add more stuff to it and stuff like that. More better textures and stuff.
Everyone here in the vault takes it when they're 16.
I think that would be difficult on
Wants to
the
figure
same
out what
engine.
sort of a job
You'd
Well-
have to use a
Vault 101 when you get a bit older.
I don't know much of it, but I know they're making it, and like every October they have an update on what they are doing with it. But it won't be for a while until they release it.
Tested to determine their abilities. That they
So it's a big
may
modding
be
community
capable
that's
vault
that's doing it.
Huh. Sound familiar?
What's the name of the modding community?
I don't know. I just Google it. I find it.
I found it.
That's
Vector
what the
Marketing
says.
Modding Community.
It's not about to let anyone else in, so I guess that's how it'll have to be. Here now.
You know, it's funny. It's cheaper to just buy it on Amazon than from the
All
person
your
you
mother
talk
and I ever
to.
wanted was for you to be safe. And you're
Yes,
safe.
I did notice that all Cutco products are just available direct
care,
through
son.
Amazon.
Yeah, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
Good luck.
Why does he want a fucking a web page for it? Like, what's the point of it?
Well, some people they want to market their Cutco sales,
Stopped in to see the old
so
man
they make it
before
they
class,
make
eh?
it look like they're an independent like contractor, and you know that by going to their webpage, you're getting like personalized service and not going through directly to the company.
Oh, or just go on Amazon and just buy it from there.
I'm a little worried.
But by buying them from Amazon,
you're taking food out of out of Cutco
Stupid tunnel
door-to-door
snakes.
salesman's
Immature
mouth.
assholes, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Why won't they leave me alone? It's not my fault. My
Well, he
father's
has
here.
to sell
Terrible,
3
stupid
knives
game.
for a week,
Can you
week and a
talk to
half
him?
now.
Maybe Butch will listen to you.
I think the person in question has less time than that at this point.
Yeah, if he's asking us to buy it, I'm like, nope.
He was the person in question was banking on one sale to you,
Try talking to
one
Butch.
sale to
They'll
me,
all do whatever he says.
and
Yeah.
one sale to a family member.
He hasn't personally talked to me about it. He hasn't even talked to me since last time we played Diablo, so.
Well, I haven't talked to this person in a couple days. Okay, and he wanted me to bring it up to you.
If
Huh?
you mess with the tunnel snakes,
He asked me to bring it up to you
Yeah.
maybe you're
to
right.
see if it'd be something
deal
you'd be
with her
interested
later.
in.
Come on, tunnel snakes.
If he's not gonna take the initiative with the miniatures and stuff, I know that I'm not gonna help him out.
Well, you made it.
So how was the gluing?
Goat? Trust me. it
I
really isn't
glued
that bad.
I glued
Just something
Gandalf
everybody
together.
has to go through.
And how Gandalf looked.
Well, it's sitting. I haven't tried to move it yet. I'm afraid to. I want to make sure I'll not move it into the morning.
Multiple choice with
Mhm.
no wrong answers. We'll start as soon as everyone.
And then
comes.
after, I'm going to hire an expert painter to paint it for me.
You're gonna spend a lot of money. You like the Weiss and the Fierce one? Everyone likes it. I got a lot of views on the shorts. And everyone's like, I want to put you on the Etsy store. I'm like, why don't you buy something first? Then we'll talk about me spending more money adding shit in. Because I gotta find who created Fierce and Weiss. Because I don't know idea who the creator is.
Where'd you get the STL file?
STG Traders. CTG Traders.
So if you paid for the Patreon, don't you have the right to sell it?
I think you can sell it, but it's actually like a courtesy. You know, if you're selling the artist's stuff. But you don't really have to, but you know. We'll see. Plus I got Perfecta supporting on it. It's not pre-supported, so I gotta support it myself. You're up yours to say nothing by grabbing his right pipe and hit the scientist in the head to knock him out for all you know he was planning to blow up the wall. Except Webby, scientist could use for it. I'll take the first one.
Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection
I don't even know what you're.
stumbles through the door.
The goat.
The infection is spreading at
The questions only just came up, like they just came up.
Well, yeah. Amputate the
I
fleet
would
before the
say
infection.
nothing but grab. Say nothing but grab.
Question 3.
It already passed that. I'm question 3 right
Well,
now.
it doesn't matter. You gotta do the ones that I tell you because I know the correct answers.
I really don't give a shit. It's a goat. He doesn't give a shit.
You know, this will define what your character will be.
You turn him into the
Okay, do the Medicaid, the infected area, to the best of your abilities.
No, I amputate the leg before it spread. Let's see here.
Question 5. Your grandmother invites you to tea.
All right, do pick the boy's pocket to take the stolen property for yourself and leave him to his fate.
Nope, turn into overseer. Obey elderly and kill the resident with the pistol. Offer your bull judgment for resident's life.
I don't know what you're just mumbling. Okay, designated hitter.
Old Mr. Abbott
I already got that.
himself in his quarters again. And you've been ordered to get him out.
You're going too fast.
Question 7. Oh no. You've been exposed
Offer
to
your most
radiation.
prized possession for the resident's life.
Hand is grown out of your stomach.
Mm-hmm. You already done that.
Course of treatment.
Prayer to God for exchange for life of previous devotion with a precision laser. Usage
Question
in
8.
Egypt.
A fellow Vault 101 resident is in possession of
The correct answer wasn't on that list.
Issue number 1. You want it. What's the best
It's the goat. Doesn't matter what you pick.
It does matter. It defines your character. A bullet to the brain. A bullet to the brain.
Decided would be
No.
to play a prank on your father.
Fart needs a bullet to the brain.
The restroom when no one is looking.
That's the person we're naming now. I don't know if he's ever gonna watch. I don't think ever he knows about my channels. I don't really give a shit. I really don't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. He never would watch this.
Question 10. Who is
But-
indisputably the most important person involved
So,
in one?
What do you
He
want to
who
bet
shelters
that
us from the
in
harshness of the
1
atomic
week and X
wasteland,
amount of days?
to whom
I
we
get the
owe
word that
everything
he's
we
fired.
have, including our lives.
Oh, it's like I don't know, man.
Infamous goat.
I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say, man. It's
Openings in the maintenance department.
I know people that doesn't have a college degree or a high school degree or a GED that's smarter than him.
You can have the rest of the day off to celebrate or to pray as the situation warrants.
Who, like you?
No, I have some college, but I have a GED and I have a high school diploma. So.
How do you have a GED and a high school diploma?
Sorry, I have a high school diploma.
Hey there.
I'm probably going to, before my GI Bill goes through, I might go to a trade school.
How are you going to go to a trade school? You can hardly walk.
You can go to a trade school. I'm going to try to do welding or something. I just want
Oh,
something.
bullshit. You I know, I've known people that did that. You can't even. Oh my god.
I just want more certification, and that's all.
Pip-Boy programmer.
You okay?
Stanley will
I can go to school.
You're not. Yeah, but you're not. Okay. I'm just saying, you can learn how to do it, but there is no fucking way you can stand long enough holding a welding torch, and actually work as a welder.
You know why?
You will not be able to do it. You'll be in so much fucking pain.
I know. Do you know why I want to do it? Do you know what a GI Bill gives you?
So my father got a master's degree on a GI Bill, so I know what they are.
Yeah, you know how much money the GI Bill pay us while going to school?
Good to know.
I'm not sure.
They
I
pay-
know they paid for him to go to Boston College.
They pay for base housing and books and everything. So base housing here is about $1,200 a month.
Yeah, but you don't live on a base, so they're gonna give you that money.
No, it's housing. It's housing money. It's supposed to be for rent and food.
So
it's
they'll give
extra.
it to you.
Yeah, it's basically I'd rather use it before it goes away.
Can you use it to go to online school?
I think you get half of BAH from school. So I do is either I finish up my AA degree or AS degree, so I don't have that much left, and try to go get my bachelor's, or I'm gonna go to training school.
Come on, you've got to wake up.
I think you'd be better off going and getting the bachelor's
You've
degree
got
because
to get out of here. Your dad is gone, and my father's men are looking for you.
unless like
He's left the vault.
I don't know,
how, but he's gone, and my father,
go
he's
for
kind of gone crazy.
electrical engineering or something.
Yeah.
Get a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering.
No,
Jonas, they killed him.
I'll probably go for mechanical because that's my field. So
Yeah, don't worry about me.
I already have training in
Sorry I had to
mechanical.
find out like this. I know Jonas was your
Oh,
friend.
I see.
But
Well,
we've got
I
to
mean,
go
technically,
now.
there's
My
crossover
father's men will
between
be here
them,
any minute.
Yeah, we'll see. Well,
I
we'll
mean,
see. Because I got pay. I gotta. It'll be York Tech. I will be going to, and I gotta transfer my credits over and see how much more credits I need to do, stuff like that.
for as long as you're staying down
I'm
there.
sure he had his
Yeah.
reasons. Maybe
You have
Jonas
to
was
decide
supposed to
if
explain everything
you're
to
going
you.
to stay in the
But
South.
it doesn't matter.
Or I could
I
just
can
get
always stay. I have my own
for my
plan.
get a digital arts for like learning how to do better photoshopping and editing videos and stuff. Then do a mechanical for a bachelor's.
So that stuff you're talking about is like certifications.
Yeah.
You get certified in
Have to have the
Photoshop.
computer in his office
You don't
to
get a
open it.
bachelor's in mechanical
Use these to
engineering.
get into his office. That's
We'll,
why.
we'll see.
I don't know. I think that like the money is better well spent on the most expensive
one
thing you
more
can
thing.
do.
Uh-huh.
I stole my father's
Which
pistol.
in
I hope you won't
which
need it,
in the
but you
case of
better
everything,
take it just in
like
case.
everything you're talking about, the most expensive thing you could do is mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try to meet you at the exit. Watch out for security. Good luck.
We'll see.
But-
I
But
gotta.
how? I guess the question is how good's your calculus?
My highest math is linear algebra, so I did calculus A and B, then linear algebra. I did all the math for community college that they offered.
I'm not sure what your community college means by calculus A and B. I've never
Yeah.
heard to them. I've never heard them referred to like that.
Yeah, so it's also different for every community college as well.
My mom's trapped in there with the rat
Okay, so
roaches.
but there's a standard method to teaching calculus that is used by universities, and it's a 3-step method.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3-step method is calculus 1, single variable calculus, calculus 2, differential equations, and then calculus 3, multivariable calculus. And then after that, you can do other things like take, say, linear algebra or vector analysis, stuff like that. But you don't need that. You would just need the calculus sequence.
My
So
mom's
you don't,
gonna be okay.
so
Yeah.
basically,
You're the best friend
I'm
I've ever
again,
had,
I'm
man.
I'm just saying
Hey,
I'm not
I know
sure
it
what
isn't
they mean
much,
by
but I want you to
calculus
have
A
my
and
Tunnel
calculus
Snake's
B.
jacket.
Yeah.
But
Go ahead. take
again, most universities use a 3-step program for calculus. That's calculus 1, single variable, calculus 2, differential equations, and calculus 3, multivariable. And that's how they teach calculus. So it's done in 3 semesters. Each one of those is 1 semester. So it takes a year and a half to get through all of calculus.
Yeah. Like I said, I gotta get my transcripts and then take it to. Then I had to take it to the college and see what is transferable, what I retake, and stuff like that too.
But that would mean you're tethered. Again, like I said, you had talked about the possibility of having to leave that area. So that would fuck it all up.
Yeah.
How long is a GI bill for?
It lasts. I think its total is 4 years, but
No. What I'm saying.
how long does it
How
last?
long do you have? No. How long do you have to use it?
I have till 2026 till this disappears.
So you don't have to use it up by then. You just have to start using it by then. Correct?
Yeah, I already used some. I had to use like a year and a half to 2 years of it.
So you have till 2026 to use it. So that means you have to do this soon.
Yeah, it's almost 2023. I'm just gonna transfer my credits in next year and see what my options are. Then work from there.
Did you see what the Pentagon revealed this morning?
What?
The plane.
Which plane?
They revealed a new plane this morning.
Oh, nice.
It's I'm surprised you didn't hear about it because it's an Air Force plane.
Yeah, I don't really, what you call it, like get in, like just look at stuff what the military's doing or the Pentagon's doing. If it pops up in my feed, I'll look at it.
But it was kind of a bit okay. So the only reason why I understand you don't, but they were making a big deal out of it because I think that they made a big deal out of it because they're basically trying to say to the Russians and the Chinese, no, you're not catching up to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because you know how like the Russians and the Chinese, they've built a lot of newer stuff, right? So I think what the United States is doing is they are showing off newer stuff that we've built just to prove that they are not catching up to us. Now, the plane is built by Northrop Grumman. I'm sure you know who they are. They're a defense contractor. And it is the first 6th generation plane ever made. So it's a 6th generation plane. And you know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah.
The F-35 and the F-22, those are 5th generation planes. So this is a 6th generation plane. It is the replacement for the B-1 bomber.
Yeah.
It's called the B-24 Raider. It is a 6th generation bomber, and it looks very similar to the
I knew you'd turn up
is it the
sooner or
B2?
Well, we'll see because, well, even though they got it out, and it's like, how many have they made so far?
So all that information was released. Okay, so it is the update to the B-2 Spirit bomber. It's called the B-21 Raider, and it is the first 6th generation plane ever built. It has a 0 radio cross section. There is no radio. There is no what's it called? There is no there's no radar in the world that can see it. It is impossible to see.
So it's an upgrade up to a stealth bomber then.
Well, the B-2 Spirit was a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
But the B-2 had a small cross section that you could see, and radars had been designed. Because remember, the B-2 Spirit bomber was designed in 1988. This is the B-21. The B-21 is completely new. It was designed just a few years ago. So it's been upgraded to compensate for all of the new radar systems that were built to be able to see stealth bombers.
Oh, is that all? Is there anything
So
else?
currently there are 6 of them that are being finished.
You'll get
And the 6 that they are finishing will be ready to fly by middle of next year.
Oh, well, that should be pretty good.
Pentagon finally reveals secretive B-21 bomber project in California. On December 2nd, the Pentagon was pleased to announce to the world,
Gods, help me!
from defense contractor Northrop Grumman, they unveiled the U.S. military's Super Future bomber, showcasing an aircraft cloaked in secrecy for years now, and is set to serve as the backbone for all Air Force combat operations for decades to come. It is the B-21 Raider. He also used the distinctive bat wing shape. It was pulled from the hangar today for journalists to take pictures of it. It is currently sitting at Air Force Plant 42, where 6 are under construction and will be ready to fly by middle of the next year, with many more in order.
Wasn't himself. I don't know what he might have done if you
The
hadn't
B-21 looks imposing,
Better get out
but
of
what's
here.
under the
I'll try to
frame
meet you at
and
the
the
vault doors.
space
I
age
don't know.
coatings is
Good
even
luck.
more impressive. So basically they're saying that they have figured out new materials and new coatings that radar cannot see.
So that's yeah. How much payload can it hold? I mean, like how many bombs?
Not information not provided yet.
Okay.
The program to develop this plane was 80 to 100 billion dollars, and the Air Force currently has an order for 100 planes. They probably order more, but currently they have 100 plans. They have ordered 100 of them. It is the first 6th generation technology. It is the first generation jet ever created. It relies on advanced artificial intelligence that can be upgraded on the fly. Computer networking and data fusion to assist pilots as they carry out long-range bombing missions, requiring them to slip in and out of totally protected enemy airspace. The Air Force is also saying that the future is coming with a B-21 will be equipped to be able to fly remotely with no pilots.
Oh.
And this is a full-size bomber, not a drone.
God damn.
But its first initial usage will be with pilots, and the remote flying modules would be added at later dates. Much of the program still remains classified. Again, like I was saying, they didn't tell us what its payload was. All they did was say, this is what we've been working on, take pictures of it, this is what it does, we can't give you the specifics, but we're revealing it to the world. It is a more advanced stealth system than what is included in the other two most advanced stealth fighters in the world, the F-35 and the F-22.
Mm-hmm.
These planes will be able to build these planes for roughly 550 million apiece.
5 million apiece? That's pretty cheap.
No, 550.
Oh, 550 million. That's still cheap.
It is cheap because it's because of the advancements in computer technology, and they can get the computer technology is much cheaper now. Because the B-2 Spirit bomber, its predecessor, was $2 billion a plane.
Yeah.
So this plane is far more advanced, and it costs a third to build, 550 million. So it's a third to build and far more advanced. I don't know. They're probably never going to tell us its full capabilities. They're just kind of giving us the gist and saying that, by sometime in 2023, which is not long from now, there'll be 6 of these ready to fly and fight.
Yeah.
And then they have an order of 100 of them. The first 6th generation plane to ever be built. And like I said, I think it's cool relying on advanced artificial technology. And I think the other cool part of it is this is the full-size fucking bomber that they're saying will be able to be remotely flown like a drone.
Yeah.
And the AI modules. So let's say you lose contact with the plane. Let's say like your transmitter that is connecting to the plane is destroyed. The AI on the plane will just continue on the mission. You don't need to be in constant contact with it. It's like a drone on Mars. Once you give the computer its orders, it's going to carry out those orders. But the big thing is people are talking about how they don't know how they don't know how they're going to land them on AI, but a person will be able to remotely sit. A person will be able to sit in a cockpit remotely and land it.
Yeah.
But if the AI is in control of it, it probably won't be able to land itself unless they figure out how to do that. How to get an AI to land.
Because there's a lot of variables too with it as well.
Right. Where a person sitting in a remote cockpit, even though they're not in the plane or in the drone, they can land the drone, right?
God,
but
I almost didn't believe it
they're
was possible.
saying, that stuff to be figured out. No, but at the very least, it can take off and it can fly. It will be able to fly a mission remotely.
My place is here.
So that's cool. Anyway, they're just announcing this shit. Oh, did you also see that?
If you do catch
remember, kind of like earlier in the year, they were doing the hypersonic missile test.
Can you say that again? The hypersonic missiles?
Yeah, remember earlier in the year, the United States was doing the hypersonic missile tests?
Yeah. And Russia and China had like only one and something like that?
Well, probably. You're probably right. But Russia and China have hypersonic missile tech and we didn't.
Yeah, but problem is like, how reliable is it?
They're using China and Russia are using shitty hypersonic missile tech.
Yeah, and you're like, it's the most advanced. It's gonna be straight. I'm like, no, it wouldn't.
Well, if you search on Google, you'll see that it's been announced by Raytheon that actual full ramjet hypersonic missiles have been perfected by Raytheon, and they are on the assembly line, and they are going to be shipped out to what's it called, missile carriers, by first quarter 2023.
Yeah.
So all the naval missile carriers will have hypersonic missiles on them within a couple months.
Mm.
And they announced that. And all these announcements are basically the United States military, or I should say the Pentagon, are basically the Pentagon basically saying to Russia and China, no, you are not, you haven't caught up to us.
Yeah.
You're nowhere near us. You're nowhere near us.
Yeah.
And the big reveal is this fucking plane. This plane is nuts. This plane is nuts. This is the plane. So the B-2 bomber will be slowly decommissioned as these are built. And like I said, we're going to have 6 of these by middle of next year. So they're going to replace 6 of the B-2 bombers. And then as they build more of these...
I don't think they're going to replace it. They're just going to put it on standby for now. Until they have enough.
Well, currently, you know that there's only 22 B-2 bombers.
Yeah.
There's only 22 B-2 bombers currently working in our fleet. And there's only 15 F-22s left.
Yeah.
But there's a shitload of F-35s.
Yeah, because back then it wasn't that much to build. And it was a big war effort, too.
Well, the F-35s are a new plane.
No, I mean, I thought about F-15s are a shitload of them.
Oh, no, I understand. We have like 2,000 F-15s.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the F-35, though. But we have upgraded, so, they upgrade the F-15s, right? They have a lot of F-15Es, which are the newer ones.
Where'd you come from?
How many F-35s?
Moriarty sent you?
So, yeah, no, I understand that. I know we literally have like 2,000 F-15s that are battle ready.
I'm some crazy junkie who stole money.
Yeah, because F-35s are like ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, they're super expensive. The F-35C is the current F-35. The F-35C Lightning II, they cost $1 billion.
I told Moriarty I'm taking my share of the caps and
yeah.
leaving. I even slept with the pig to seal the deal.
Let's see how many do we have.
So I bolted.
Well, do you know how many the Navy wants?
What?
Do you know how many of them the Navy and the Air Force wants? Holy shit.
They want a lot, don't they?
They want almost 3,000 of them built.
Yeah, they want to replace the F-15s because the parts is just costly to replace them as it is because no one really makes much parts for the F-15 anymore. You're paying like... Remember I told you about the parts for the C-5, even though it's a Vietnam War airplane? Like the seats alone, they're charging like $15,000, $25,000 just for the seats, the passenger seats for it.
Out of what, like a junkyard?
No, out of a third party manufacturer that makes it, and it's just basically an aluminum frame.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
You do that for me.
BAE Systems
you hardly even
makes the computers for the F-35. That's funny. Do you know where BAE Systems is?
No.
They're in New Hampshire. I know who they are. Lockheed Martin makes the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And BAE Systems makes the computer. I'm trying to find out how many F-35s we have. So the U.S. currently has paid for 2,456 F-35s. Holy shit, that's a lot of F-35s. I'm just trying to figure out how many are actually built so far. So I can't get an exact number, but what I'm gathering from this is there are hundreds and hundreds of them that have already been built in service. I don't know if you would concur if that is true or not.
Well, remember, they're going to skew the numbers from a lot of people in the civilian sector, so. But either way, it's, I already know that, Russia and China is really behind. I don't think right now there's reports going on Russia that don't have enough wind.
I got the number. Between the Navy and the Air Force, there are at least 875 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is roughly about a third of what they want built.
Yeah, they probably want more than that too.
Yeah. So they want, like I said, the original order is for 2,456, of which we know as of December 2022, between the Air Force, the Marines, and the Navy, there is currently 875 plus in service. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna find out how many F-15s there are in service. I bet you there's like thousands. How many F-15s?
The Raider called you a bitch.
Who?
The Raiders called you a bitch.
The Raider? Who the F-21?
No, the Fallout 3 Raiders.
Oh, fuck them.
Right now,
there's currently 1,198 different variations, but there's currently 1,198 F-15s in service.
Hmm.
The first one flew 50 years ago, in July 27th, 1972, was the first flight. It was introduced into military service January 9th, 1976, 46 years ago. Current status, in service. Current version, F-15J. Biggest variant, McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle, still in service. So the total number of F-15s in between A, B, C, Ds, Js, and E Strike Eagles that are currently in service is 1,198. That's a lot of fucking planes.
It is.
But then, like I said, we have roughly 900 F-35s in service.
Yeah. And we're going to be making a shitload more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the order they have now, it said 2,400 something. But I think that it's interesting that the B-21, like I said, currently the Pentagon is saying they've ordered 100 B-21s and 6 of them will be ready by next year. And then after those 6 are ready to go, then they're going to go on the assembly line and just pump them out. And they're probably going to order more, but they're just saying to the public, we've ordered 100 of these.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny, if you go to Google, it says picture B-21 Raider versus B-2 Spirit. See how they look. I'm looking at comparison. Wow, they do look different. You know what? The B-21 is a bigger plane.
How big?
I don't know the exact dimensions. I'm looking at a like a 1-to-1 comparison. And I'm not saying that it's like massively bigger, but the wingspan on the B-21 is much bigger than the B-2. Let's see if I can get dimensions. Here's the differences between the B-21 Raider and the B-2 Spirit. Military comparison, B-21 versus B-2. I'm just trying to get... It's definitely bigger. It's not like a capital ship versus a small ship. It's like... It's definitely bigger.
That's interesting, though.
B-21 Raider will go into full service and completely replace the B-2 by 2028. Currently, there is one complete one built that is battle ready. 6 will be finished by the middle of next year with a total current order of 100. B-2 Spirit went into service in 1997. That's all it says. Number of built. There are currently 21 B-2 Spirits in service in the Air Force.
Yeah. You know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, this cost analysis is nuts. It's got to be a lot of it has to do with just being able to manufacture materials and the computer is cheaper. Because literally it says right here, B-2 Spirit bomber, $2 billion. B-21.
That sounds more like it.
So no, the B-2 Spirit, $2 billion. The B-21 Raider, the new one, $550 million. It literally costs a third of the money to build a plane that is far more advanced.
Yeah, I think they do like a bulk contract on it too. It's like we're gonna order this much, but I'm gonna play this much at a time, and we want you to make it cheaper for us.
Could be, yeah. That's a big fucking cost difference. A plane that's so much like, one of the differences in the shape of this plane is the B-2. You know, down the middle of it, where the two scramjet engines are. There's like triangle. It's hard to explain. The entire middle of the B-21 is a triangle. There are no ridges on it. It's literally a triangle.
Yeah.
And then the wingspan comes off the middle triangle. It is shaped a little different, and it is a little bit bigger than the B-2. See if I get more information. Crew 2, they both crew 2. See what else. Oh, I got size. Oh, damn. I don't know why they looked... Okay, so I'm wrong. I thought that the B-21 wingspan was bigger than the B-2, but it's actually smaller. So the wingspan of the B-21 Raider is 20 meters. The wingspan of the B-2 bomber is 21.03 meters. Okay, so they're not that much different, but that is a very small difference in size. They're literally about the same size, just the B-21 is just a tiny, tiny bit smaller. But I'm just going to say they're the same size. The B-2 and the B-21 are the same size.
Yeah. Well,
the width of the plane, the width of the B-21 is 50 meters. The width of the B-2 is 52 meters. So very small difference, but it's a little bit tinier. But they're basically the same size. So I'm assuming that they must carry about the same payload. Well, that's not true because the engines of the B-21 are better. They're stronger.
Well, you know.
Oh, I got payload.
Oh, sweet.
They both, it's the same, 40,000 pounds.
So same enough.
Yeah, 40,000 pounds.
Well, you know, there is a thing that's going around that Russia don't have enough winter gear because a lot of the brands left Russia and they can't have enough winter gear for the soldier for the winter. And also Ukraine as well. But Finland sent about 250 million out of supplies to Ukraine.
Their ceiling is roughly the same. They both fly at about 50,000 feet. The engines that are on the B-21 have not been revealed. The engines on the B-2 are GE F-118, GE-110, 17,000 Elbiza Force each engine. So those are revealed, but that's an old plane. The engines on the B-21 are Pratt & Whitney's. Not revealed. They haven't revealed the specs on the engines.
Well, I think more and more will get it, just not right now. Just you
Their
got
range is almost identical. It's about 7,000 miles.
That's kind of interesting.
The max speed is about the same for them. They fly at roughly this little under the speed of sound. 620 miles an hour. They fly, so they're roughly about equal. But you know, you can't really fly them faster than that because of the stealth capability. So that's one of the reasons why they fly at that speed. Because certainly, I mean, how fast is an F-35, right? Those things fly at like 4,000 miles an hour, don't they?
Yeah, but the problem is not a lot of pilots could handle that G-force.
Oh, I completely understand. I'm just saying, like, the full capability of the engines on like an F-35, they can push to like well over 3,000 miles an hour. You know. So, let's see what else we got. Armament, yeah, armament's not to be revealed yet. Oh, this is interesting.
I have a Chinese pistol just for you.
Nice. I'm assuming that the armaments, what the B-21 can do is going to be better, but the B-2 Spirit can carry 16 AGM-129s, 16 B-61 strategic nuclear bombs, 16 B-83 strategic nuclear bombs, 80 MK-82 drop bombs, 16 MK-84 Moab drop bombs, 16 joint direct attack munitions JDAM bombs, 16 GAM-enabled drop bombs, enhanced guided bombs EGBU.28 Raytheons, AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapon System, the JSAW, AGM-158 JAASM Standoff Weapon Systems. I have no idea what any of those are, but I'm reading them off to you.
You gotta talk to the guy that works at the armory. I know a few guys at the armory, but they know more about that than I. All I know how to do is fix up aircraft. That's it.
Like literally, I couldn't tell you what a B-83 strategic nuclear bomb is.
Me neither.
I don't know what it is. Or what is a AGM-154 Joint Standoff Weapons System, the JSAW?
I don't know. I am not. I don't do armory. That's someone you talk to that does armory on the plane.
Right, understood. And then the armament for the B-21 has not been announced. But I would assume that it would be even more advanced than that because it's a more advanced plane. Let's see what else they have to say about the plane. The video's almost over. Maybe that's it. Oh yeah, that was it. That was everything we know. But they do look different. I mean, they look similar, but yet different. So the way their wings are set up is exactly the same. They have the same sort of wing configuration, but how their engines are installed, the configuration of how the engines are installed in the plane are different between the wingspan. So I don't know, you'd have to look at a picture. You can get a picture of the B-21 next to the B-2, and you can see the difference.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know, it's cool. They're saying that this plane is just, you know, gonna kick the shit out of anyone that it needs to.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't think Russia or China is going to try and, you know, fight.
I can give you a short description here because it say okay. The B-21 moves its engines closer to the wing root, where they occupy the junction between the wing and the fuselage, whereas the B-2's twin pairs of General Electric F-118GE-100 engines are distinctly apart from the fuselage on the wing. The Raiders' engine intakes are angled and are not serrated like those on the B-2 Spirit. When you see a picture, you will see exactly what that's talking about. Like, if you look at a picture, you will understand exactly what I read. And it looks like the B-2 has 2 engines, and the B-21 has 4 engines.
Yeah.
So I would assume that there are 4 smaller engines, with each one has less thrust than the 2 engines that are on the B-2. But I would assume that the combination of the 4 engines gives this plane more thrust. I would assume. I don't know.
Well, the
Like I
big one it will give it more thrust going up, but the small one will help with the stability while up in the air.
So maybe that is why we went with 4 engines.
Yeah.
But the description I just read of how the engines are situated in the plane is very interesting, and you will best be able to imagine it. Well, not imagine it, but you could see on the picture what they're talking about, how they position the engines differently. And again, like I said, they haven't revealed what the engines are on the B-21. We only know what the engines were on the B-2.
Yeah. I wouldn't lose sleep over it, but it is something that is interesting, though. I will admit that.
If I was the Russians and the Chinese, I'd lose sleep over it.
Well, you're neither, so you don't have to worry about that. But other than that, China cares about economic growth. They care about money more than anything else right now.
Yeah, well, they're trying to build military.
Well, they've always been building military.
And the Russians, and the Chinese end up building stuff that doesn't work. And now the Russians, they end up building advanced stuff that works. But the problem with the Russians is, you said it earlier, yeah, they've got hypersonic missiles, they've got stealth planes, but they've got like 1.
Yeah, it's like, and also they can't build many more missiles right now because they're in a fucking war and all their shit's old, and I don't think they ever maintained their nuclear silo either. It's like, yeah, they can try and shoot shit. That's not a big deal. I don't think I'll probably land in their own homeland or exploding their own silo.
Here's the thing, though. So I do know this. Okay, again, I'm not a weapons expert, but I do know this. I don't know about missile militias, munition. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know about like cruise missiles or whatever.
Remember, it's Bethesda.
It's Bethesda, right? Munitions. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know a lot about cruise missile munitions, but I do know that Russia has developed newer ICBMs, and we haven't. The United States stopped developing and advancing ICBM technology. So we have a lot of ICBMs, but they're not all as advanced as the Russian ones.
Yeah.
But I guess in the end, does it matter? Because they all do the same thing. Just destroy everything. So, and that's what a lot of people have said. If you have an old one or a new one, they both do the same thing, which is kill everyone.
Not if you have a, an old fridge that has a lead lining, you go in there and they explode, you'd be fine, like Indiana Jones.
Right, because, Indiana Jones he can survive a nuclear blast.
Yeah.
And time travel.
That'll be interesting to watch Indiana Jones again. I did not like the 4th one, though.
No, and I think this one is going to be bad, too.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Disney shows been becoming really bad.
Willow is so bad.
I told you it's bad. I watched season 2. I watched episode 2. I'm like, oh my god. She's at the end. She finally just bad too.
Episode 2 is worse than episode 1.
Yeah. Like,
Did you ever see the M? So do you know what the Sword of Shannara is?
from the original Willow?
No, the Sword of Shannara, the story.
I don't know, maybe.
It is a famous fantasy book series by a famous fantasy writer named Terry Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
So you've never heard of Terry Brooks?
I probably have, I just don't remember. Like I said, I have memory problems.
The first Sword of Shannara book came out in 1977. He's still alive. He's in his 70s. He's still writing. But his first book came out in 1977, and he's one of the highest-selling fantasy writers, other than Tolkien, right? But anyway, my point is,
another newcomer.
Some years
Name's
ago,
Lucas Sims,
MTV, or whoever owns MTV, tried to make Sword of Shannara into a television show, and it was so badly written and so low budget, it was fucking laughable. It was bad. And Willow is even worse.
I think we're gonna get along just fine. You treat my people nice, and you're welcome.
Let me end this stream. A second. Let me finish talking to him and just stream the talk some more.
I'm glad we understand each other now.
But
is there something I can help?
I don't know why Disney. They have the money. They have the writer. I don't know why they're like making shitty things.
Nope. Sorry. I got enough fires to put out in this place that I don't have time to keep tabs
I did
on
see
every
that,
visitor.
Because the original Willow movie, it was done by Lucasfilms, but it was produced by Ron Howard. And I did see Ron Howard's name on the new Willow movie.